how's it going, guys? It is Mr. Extra from Team Extra, and we have the squad here today. We have Mr. Jackson, hello, Cream over in the corner.
I thought he was going to go down the line.
Out of order.
And there's fucking Eric walking up in the middle of the video. You late fucker. By the way, my bad for using your sticker. He just handed me a bag of stickers and said, here you go. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right, the stickers.
Are you going to beat a Sprite Blue on your polls?
Yeah, I pulled a Sprite Blue. Alright, so here's the plan. Frog on the top. Fuck birds. Fuck Runrick. Fuck Sprite. Ban Toad.
Hey.
Do you have any short summarizations you want to say before we
Princess is still best deck.
Princess does not, but go on.
Runic could be best deck too.
No, Diamond Morpheus is going to be best deck.
Runic's trash.
When I get lady, it's going to be sick.
Runic's Musketeer.
Runic tier?
Pure.
Hey. That man has the same idea.
That's
I'm
actually
telling
what
you.
I want to play.
Runic muskets?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's beautiful.
Alright. Jackson,
pure
you got anything
muskets
for
today, but I
our
didn't have enough
giant
faith
audience
in the
of 1 million subscribers that are...
I cannot wait for everybody to get Mystic Mine today. So beautiful.
We do not. I know none of them have it anyways.
I got Rhino Heart. That was the only good pull.
You have any, anything you want to say to our loyal fans, sir?
What I want to say to the loyal fans?
Yeah, you can look at the camera if you want to.
Sprite best deck.
No, no, it's not.
Fuck Dark Roller.
Dark Ruler makes him cry. That's why I run Dark Ruler in 3.
Dark Roller's evil.
Alright guys, this is about all we got for right now. We're getting set up. They're slowly piling in. This is a side deck event, so there's actually a lunch break, so I'm not going to want to destroy someone by like round 4 or 5 like Louisville. We don't talk about that. But yeah, that's about it we all got. There's Cream over there in the corner blending in. And we'll see you at the lunch break. Alright guys, how's it going? I know you probably noticed that I'm recording the after or the ending for the regional recap in my little studio. Well, we did the recap video, the ending portion of it on the way home, right? But when I went back to do the edits and everything for it, the audio was very butched and choppy, and I couldn't actually adjust it because of the combination of being on the highway and then the car. So I have to improvise, unfortunately. Anyways, so for the end of the Indy regional recap, so I was playing Punk Therion, and it did okay. Worse than Columbus, but there was, how do I want to say it? There was a lot of Sprite. There's a whole lot of Sprite. I mean, I'm not surprised, but there's way more. Also, time rules is a thing, and it is disgusting. If they give you 5 more minutes, like 45 minutes, you'd be able to get way more matches done. So, I ended up placing kind of bad. Like, I went uneven, we'll just say that. I stayed within the top 100, but out of 340 something, that's nothing to really be concerned about, to be honest. Like, it's not worth talking about. Anyway, so I'll elaborate what I remember from my lineups, but first we'll go over how some of the other boys did. Cream playing Marin says he did pretty good, but he ended up having to drop and leave because Eric had to leave. Eric ended up going X3 and then went ahead and decided to leave. Same thing with Kareem because Eric brought Kareem in. I went 4 and 5. Yeah, terrible. Mostly due to if I was going against Sprite, I have to, if I want to break their board, I would have to let them go first. So I got put on Dark Ruler a bust basically. So, you know, because Punk Therion is combo, and the only other way that I could deal with it, for Sprite anyways, which was most of my day, was flipping over my Floodgate and then Skill Drain together. And even then, that didn't always work. So, I decided to put Punk Therion up for a while. Therion will probably get used later down the road. The Punk's probably going to just set up for a while. But, back to the time rule thing. 5 extra minutes, you could get a lot more games done. There were 4 of my 9 matches where it ran into time. There was one time that I actually won in time due to my opponent taking too long at the end for his very last turn, or at the start of his turn, and ran into time. And then there was 3 matches that I lost going in the time on round 3 for the match, where my opponent would either burn me for the smallest amount of damage ever in the main phase when it gets called in the time, or they would use a life point game. Like, for example, I went against a Flounder player and we had 1 minute left at the start and he went first. I was not going to get a turn. He used Advent Adventure to put 500 over and then just left the main phase. So, I'm not even gonna speak my mind on that. I hate birds personally, but it is what it is. And then there was one situation where I could have did something like that to someone else, where it was a minute left. I was in my main phase. He stopped on my combo. There's 4,000 difference, and then I just couldn't do anything else. And I could have did the same thing, but I hate it when people do that. So I'm not about to put someone on it and hold them in the main phase, or go main phase, battle phase, main phase 2, and wait 20 seconds per just to try to scrub out a win, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, Jackson, or Divine Aru, he ended up dropping. I think he went 0-3 and then ended up dropping to go to sleep in the car. So he was there for maybe half of it. Chris did okay at the end. He was playing Sprite, but he's playing Board Breaker Sprite, but pretty sure everyone's playing Hand Trap Sprite. So, and there's a bunch of Rogue out there. I went against the Hero deck that went in the time. That guy lost due to him taking too long, but it is what it is. That happens. I went against DDDs, and he gave me a nib token that was too big and he couldn't swing over it, and then he burned himself and lost over his own gate. What was that? One of his own contract cards. What else did I go against that was super rogue? Nah, I think my only rogue ones was Heroes and DDDs. The rest was Sprite, Heroes, DDD, Flow, it's 5. Sprite tier, Sprite, and then what was the other one? Oh, Sprite. So yeah, that was the whole lineup. So yeah, I know Kareem went against a rogue deck that was Trains. You say 2-0'd him real fast, but there's a lot of rogue out there. But we have already switched decks. You guys won't see or know anything about the new deck until Friday Night Locals, when I post those videos for this coming week, because I'm going to be trying something new for the Lexington one. And the Lexington one, alright guys, the Lexington one is the last regional that the squad is going to until next year, unless something opens up close that's within Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, preferably. In that general area. So hopefully, last chance at tops for the year. Well, not last chance tops, I've topped the ones, but last chance at the invite. Because Steve Lowe, he did the best out of us. He placed 57th or 53rd or something like that, but he already had his invite. He just went to go. Aside from that, that's about all I got for you guys. Friday Night Locals. Those videos will be coming out from last week. I am more or less caught up with everything. I've learned to not record in the car while we're moving unless I actually have clip-on mics, which that'll happen eventually, guys. But aside from that, I think that's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Instagram, the Facebook page, and the Twitter. And you guys clearly know that about the YouTube, because that's where these videos go. But thanks for watching. Until next time, guys.